Hi, this is Scout Wilkins. My message is it is time to make the vibrancy of your spirit your top priority. You don't have to do this alone. In fact, I don't believe we actually can do this alone. It's a journey, an art, and it's a process that you can learn and polish. It's a lifelong process. And it is both ultimate personal responsibility and ultimate personal freedom and joy. Who's it for? This is for women who grew up in the 50s, 60s, 70s, who are now in their 60s, 70s. And we learned that it did not pay to be a girl in those days. There were a lot of strategies that were adopted. Some women jumped on the alpha male bandwagon, tried to outguy the guys. Some became superwoman, holding everything together for everyone. And some just withdrew and sort of went off on their own, stayed below the radar. And now there's a huge frustration of spirit because a lot of spirits were dampened down and they're coming up now. Women are saying, it's my time now. And they're fighting some big unconscious odds to change those old strategies. So why is it important? It's important on a global scale because our world is crying out for us to do this differently. Functionally, we rejected the feminine aspect of being, and I don't mean this in any way as a women versus men. We all carry aspects of both feminine and masculine, and feminine was rejected. And our world is paying the price. And we left behind a bunch of resources that would be helping us right now. So it's a big global issue right now. And why is it important to these individual women? I love having the global perspective because it helps you know you're part of something that's much bigger. We're all in this. And on an individual personal level, what's happening, it's a pressing problem right now because women are dealing with the effects of having rejected a large part of themselves. They're dealing with depression, hypertension, overweight, overwhelm, hopelessness, despair, getting sick, a lot of just plain sickness coming out of this spiritual hole in our bellies. And we're passing it on to our children. It's getting worse with the generations. And except where it's getting better. I would say this is the best proof that we can do this differently is because some of our young people are very much stepping into this shift of putting their own spirit first, which allows them to bring the beauty of who they are to the world. So, another part of the message I want to give is that this doesn't mean you have to be epic. Quite the opposite. It means beginning to allow the principles that small steps are enough. We don't have to push. We don't have to get overwhelmed. We can do this our own way, and when we do, it is beautiful. And why is this important to me? It's important to me because of the path that I myself have traveled. I grew up sort of in two worlds. In one world, there was so much fear and anxiety. It was not okay to be me, and I learned one set of strategies. In another world, I worked at a natural history museum throughout my young life, where I learned what it's like to be part of something, to be loved, to love myself, to not give it another thought, to be connected, to be part of everything. And that is what I would call a vibrancy of spirit. And that is what I'm working for, and that is what I have developed programs and systems to help women and have helped hundreds of women around the world let themselves reclaim the vibrancy of their own spirit. Thank you so much.